What is up, Packers fans, and welcome back to another edition of the Daily Draft. And it is Mock Draft Monday, presented to you by Brewski Light Lager at Badger State Brewing in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the best can in the Midwest. I, of course, am your host, Ross Uglem, the publisher of Packer Report. We're going to get right to it. We're a little pressed for time. Got some other things going on today. Doesn't mean that we're not going to give you exactly what we normally give you here on a Mock Draft Monday. We're going to go through a national mock that I haven't seen. This is a 3-rounder. We're going to go through a national mock that we're going to see together for the first time. And then I am going to hop on the PFF machine today. We're going to try to trade down. Talked a lot about it. Really talked about it being, after about 13, 14, maybe 15 guys, I don't have a lot of round one grades out there. And so I'd like to get into a position where we are, where we're making some trades, preferably down. I think that's going to make the most sense, right? Packers fans have been spoiled the last couple of years. You get extra picks from a Devontae Adams trade. You get extra picks from an Aaron Rodgers trade. Now it's just like, oh, you just have your picks. It's weird. It's weird to not be able to sort of feel like you address every need in a 3-round mock draft with 5 guys. I still think that the thing to do is going to be to trade down. So that's probably what we're going to attempt to do on the mock draft simulator. Okay. Diving, though, first into NFL Spin Zone, Lou Scataglia. This one came out last night. Again, as is the case always. I have not seen this yet. So we're taking this in at the same time. All right. Okay. Oh, it's one of those slideshow ones. Good to know. Try to do some math here. Benjamin Morrison, love that. We've talked about that a ton. I think Benjamin Morrison is a top 10 to 12 talent. It just had some injury issues. I don't know that they're likely to be repeated, or I think he's paying the tax. He's paying the tax. In the sense that he's going to probably drop 13 spots for being injured. I think he would have been taken between 8 and 10 if he was healthy. I think he's a real chance, Benjamin Morrison, to be like a Pro Bowler, an All-Pro guy. I think he's that good. He could be that blue chipper that you don't normally get when you pick at 23. And I'm not willing to just say that the injury stuff is going to recur, but it is why he's picked at 23rd. Okay, so rocking through here. Round 2, I assume I just get to take a quick look. Deion Walker, Kentucky. I like the pick. I'm interested because Green Bay, usually their defensive tackles are like between 6 foot and 6'4". Mike Daniels, I guess, was 5'11", but I think Walker is 6'7", which would be crazy for them on an interior defender. There are natural leverage issues there. It's not something they've done. It's not something they can't do. It's just not something they've done. So I'd be interested to see how interested they were in such a mammoth defensive tackle from a height perspective. They've stayed pretty quote unquote normal. A lot of 6'2" and 6'3" defensive tackles in Packers recent history. Not so much on the 6'7", but I would be cool. I think he's a freak. I think in round 2 it would be a really interesting pick. You certainly would bring a different dynamic to their defensive line. I'm about it. I just don't know if they would do it. Round 3, Arroyo tight end. I don't like that one. I don't see it. You've got. I need you to block, I think, more than Arroyo does. I like him as a prospect, and I guess it does get you 2 years removed from the same timeline as Tucker Kraft's contract and the same timeline as Luke Musgrave's contract. But you really get into, although Tucker is doing, I think, pretty well. I think Tucker is doing pretty well blocking. Musgrave isn't much of a blocker, and it makes Ben Sims kind of important, especially now. Not that he did a great job, now that DeGuara is gone, and they didn't really necessarily replace like that fullback position, in my opinion. They even had their tailbacks lead blocking a little bit, and a couple of them did a decent job. But you've lost kind of your fullback lead blocker, and if you take Arroyo, you're probably losing your Ben Sims. I just don't love that pick, but in round 3, and certainly if they had already gotten Deion Walker and Benjamin Morrison, I would not be throwing any sort of tantrum if that is what the Packers did. Okay, let's dive right in here to the mock draft simulator. We'll go 4 rounds. Oh, there we go. Goodness gracious. All leveled out. Love that. We're good to go. Again, we're going to try to trade down. Okay. Hey, we've got an offer. Heck yeah. Okay. The Chiefs want to trade down. We're going to try and pick up that top of the pick at the top of the 3rd round there. Okay. So we picked up the 66th overall pick by way of the Tennessee Titans to move down to 31. Let's see how it goes. I like this so far. And I'm thrilled to get Benjamin Morrison. I can already tell you that I'm going to love this draft. Because we get to take care of one more need, or we get to double up somewhere. I like Tuimalau. He's a big guy, 6'5", 270. I think they'd take him. It's their type of edge. And with our quote-unquote bonus pick, let's grab our top 100 receiver. Man, between Jalen Rose and Trey Harris, that's tough. I'm going to grab Trey Harris because we've done Jalen Rose a bit. PFF's not going to like that, but that's okay. Okay. Just kind of working through my options here. Makuba would be a really good nickel. They wouldn't take Kobe. He's too thin. 6'1", 175. They wouldn't even think about it. David Walker's a really good player. 2'6", 260. He's probably closer to 6 foot flat. I don't think they're going to do that. Ooh, Noel Williams. That's really interesting. I'm gonna grab Noel Williams. This is a thing that they would do, and really just feel like they've got cornerback nailed now. I think we haven't been able to address nose tackle. We'll take a look at nose tackle here. If not nose tackle, it's going to be Jack Kaiser. I can just tell you that right now. But let's see if there's any of the 320-plus pound guys that I still like. And there's not. So we're going to have to have taken care of nose tackle in free agency. Or just re-sign TJ Slayton. That's fine too. Jack Kaiser. I really like. I think I end up taking a lot of the same guys sometimes here. This is a pretty Notre Dame heavy draft. I tell you what, man. Yeah, I would love that though. This is really, really good. Guys, for those of you listening on the podcast side, it's cornerback Benjamin Morrison at 31 after trading down with the Chiefs. JT Tuimoloau out of Ohio State. He's an edge. Trey Harris at the top of round 3 with the pick that we got. 4 scooting down. We doubled up at corner, taking Noel Williams. And finally, we took our starting Mike with Jack Kaiser in round 4. Really like this class. Plus, I think Williams is probably big and thick enough as a corner to help on special teams. I got a lot of guys. I'm Amoy Morrison. I have a real first round grade on, so that was cool to get a player like that. And then a lot of guys that I basically have a round 2 on. So we really like this class, guys. I'm going to keep it simple today. As I said, we got to get moving. Drink Badger State. Buy the Packers draft guide powered by Packer Report, or the Green Bay draft guide powered by Packer Report. Link in description. And finally, do everything you're supposed to do here on the Pack a Day Podcast YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, click the bell, get the notifications so that you can get every bit of Packers content that you require on a daily basis. Have a great rest of your weeks. Enjoy Mock Draft Monday, and go Pack Go.